getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me.
It's the Blob Show on ChicagoLand, SportsBear.com, 773-962-4944. Number you want to call in. Blob here with Eli Richardson.
I guess you picked appropriate music.
Yeah, I picked appropriate song for the situation because I know the first question that you and a lot of people have in terms of Blob. First of all, what the hell? What the hell is Blob in general? Here's the origin story of Blob. I'm going to give you the abridged version because I want to get into other questions. Abridged version. New Year's Eve, several years ago. I don't remember the exact year, but several years ago. I was home alone. This was pre-21, so this was quite a long time ago. So before I could go out and really enjoy it. But I know my mom and my brothers were at church. I don't know where my dad was. I don't know if he went with them or not. I was literally home by myself, bored out of my mind. Okay? It was like 11 something at night. There was this wig that used to be, there was this little afro wig that used to be in the dining room that was on top of like this big shelf or something that was just there for the longest time. I was so bored, picked it up, put it on my hair, put it on my head, made like a 2-3 minute video, called myself Blob, and drawing playful shots at people on my friends and whatnot.
That's hilarious.
It's Blob.
And it just stuck.
Yeah, it stuck with me. I gave myself the nickname, and it caught on to so many people. In fact, I don't know, you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but I mean, I don't know if folks, but yeah, look at this.
Do you have all your stuff embroidered with Blob now?
No, I don't. I should though. But yeah, if those of you don't know who's listening, I have it on the back of my Batman hat. It has the word Bob on it. You can see it on camera too. So which I'm looking at the playback now. But yeah, that's the origin story of Bob, the nickname Bob. Just a bored night on New Year's Eve.
Hey, I mean, at least it's a good story, and you know, you created something. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Cool is one way. Cool is definitely one way of putting it. But let's get to you, Eli. What has brought you to the Columbia School of Fashion, ChicagoLandSportsRadio.com?
Sports has always been something I've loved. Since I was about 5 or 6 years old, I've wanted to have a job in sports broadcasting, sports radio, just a job where I get paid to sit around and talk about sports. We all love sports. That's why we do this.
And it's kind of the same thing for me. I went to Roosevelt. I used to call games for both the men's and women's team back at Roosevelt University. Which was right around the corner, and that Goodman Center. Call a lot of games. I saw it when the women won their championship. Their championship a couple of years ago. I called a lot of close games. And at the end of the day, Roosevelt University, I didn't finish school there just for the fact that my passion wasn't in the school aspect of it. My passion was more in doing this, and even with CSR, I like sports. I love sports, but also the thing that this has thanks for giving me a platform to is to talk about things other than sports, because sports isn't the only thing I like. Yeah. And plus, I like other stuff before I like sports too. So I figured this place was across the street from where I used to dorm when I did go to Roosevelt University.
Okay.
I always saw the place around, had my interest, and I just at one point decided, you know what? Let me just see where this place takes me. So that's what brought me here. Now you're talking about your love of sports. What's your favorite team? I see the Cowboys, but we see the Cowboys. But
football was my first love, so
Mm-hmm.
obviously the Cowboys are my team. I watch baseball. I'm a Braves fan. That just came from the fact that my dad watched football, so as I started to explore these other sports and get into them myself, I kind of just adopted my other teams. And it's kind of weird. And everyone's asked me, well, are you from Texas? No, I've lived in Northwest Indiana my whole life. My dad's a diehard Steelers fan, hates the Cowboys. Part of the reason I'm a Cowboys fan.
There's a kind of similar story with me. But one team, I know I kind of flip-flop between football teams and basketball teams a lot, but the one team I've always loved is the Angels, Los Angeles. And back when they were the Anaheim Angels.
Yeah,
and then
Troy Gloss days.
Troy Gloss days, the Mo Vaughn days.
Mo Vaughn, yeah, throwback.
Those days. I don't know why. I don't know what got me into the team. I really don't. I can't tell you the origin story of that. Like I can tell you the story of of the nickname Blob.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Always had some fascination with the Angels team, and I've always been a fan since I can possibly remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's great about fandom is you like a jersey, you like a player. I mean, there's so many different reasons you like a team. I mean, like I watch hockey, I'm a Stars fan. Why? I couldn't tell you. That's who I picked when I first started watching hockey. I mean, I watch all these different sports. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've been an A's fan for years. This is the only team that, despite their crappy season, even though they become the one seed in the baseball and all, they get swept playoffs. A team that no matter what, I have stuck with consistently. I can't even say that for any other team. Not even the Cubs. I like the Cubs too. Yeah. They're my NL. I call them my NL favorite team, not my overall favorite.
Well,
team.
It's funny because a guy I work with, his nephew plays in the NFL, and he just left the Redskins, thank God, to go to Buffalo. And I was so excited when he went to Buffalo because Buffalo was like that second team for me. They're my AFC team. I've always called them that. So I was pretty excited when he went to the Bills, and I actually got a Bills hat. I'm gonna have his name in that embroidered in it. His name's Trent Murphy.
Nice. Who's your favorite all-time player? It doesn't matter the sport. I mean, it could be multiple players. But
all time. Wow, that's your favorite.
Your favorite. It doesn't have to be the best, but your favorite.
Man, that's such a good question. For baseball, I really like the history of the game. Garrett, Ruth, those guys, Aaron, Mays, Chipper Jones. Growing up was my guy.
That's a very good one.
Chipper Jones and Audrey Jones were my guys. Obviously, being a Cowboys fan, Emmitt Smith was my guy. Even though he just got cut, Dez Bryant, I got a jersey of Dez. I'm a Dez guy.
How did that release make you feel?
As a fan, not a fan, but from a perspective, stepping back from it, it makes perfect sense. Dez isn't worth $16.5 million, and the Cowboys don't need a true one. They're going to run the football. They're going back to the way when they went 13-3 2 years ago. Run the football, defense, don't make a mistake. Bend, don't break, run the football. That's how you win football games.
Should have ran up to one when you want to get to Seattle, but
that's a whole new game.
I don't get that one. 5 favorite all-time players: baseball, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, I forgot him. Yes, absolutely.
All-time baseball, football, Torrey Holt.
I love Torrey Holt. Greatest show on turf.
Basketball, because I was still super young during the Michael Jordan days. My favorite will be Kobe Bryant.
Basketball, Jordan, I remember him because I'm 33 now. So
I'm going on 26.
Yeah, so I remember Jordan, but me as a kid, Vince Carter was my guy. I loved Vince Carter.
That's a very good one because those are my dreams.
Yeah, Vinsanity.
Torrey Holt, Kobe Bryant. Favorite playoff series?
It's actually weird. I would probably say Toronto and Philadelphia, the classic AI versus Vince 7-game series.
That's a very good one.
That series was whatever you can do, I can do better. And because that was the famous game where a lot of people just ripped Vince for going to his graduation and then flying back for Game 7, and then he clanged it off the back rim. And that series was just so great. I mean, I was getting into basketball and starting to really enjoy it. I mean, after that series, I was like, dude, I'm hooked.
The one series, I know a lot of people would like to think, oh yeah, that 7-game series where the Angels beat the Yankees. Yankees is favorite. No, it's not my favorite. One thing that's really close. There's 2 series that really come to my mind. One, the Cubs series from 2 years ago when they won the World Series against the Indians. But another one was the Celtics and Bulls series, the one where that went 7 games that had all those overtime games.
Yes.
50-point performances by Ray Allen, clutch shots by Ben Gordon.
Yes.
That's the one.
I know the exact
that was an area when I was really starting to find like you know what, I loved it. I really fell in love with sports.
For baseball, the classic Mariners with A-Rod, Jr., Johnson when they went against the Yankees in the 1-game playoff. That one was another one where I was getting into baseball and it really was like, dude, this is so just great. And like I said, a hockey fan, for me, there's no greater series than the Stanley Cup championship they got. That was so great. Game 6, watching Brett Hull finally put one home. I mean, playoffs, always have that thing. When your team wins a championship, there's nothing that replicates it.
Favorite Super Bowl?
Cowboys. The 3 and 4 years, obviously. If I discount that one, probably the Rams and Titans. That game was so good. And if I go back a little bit before my time, I mean, I was alive. I was 5 years old would be Bills and Giants. I can rewatch that Super Bowl over and over. 20-19, that says it all.
I gotta say, my favorite one in this one hurt me. I've gone because I feel like I felt probably the most invested in this one because the game was so close and went back and forth. I mean, I know the 1 yard line, the interception.
Oh, okay. You're going
Seattle,
New England.
No, I'm not going that route. I'm saying
No?
the reason why I won't say that one because that was more of a comeback victory rather than back and forth. What I'll say is my favorite one because it's back and forth. Pittsburgh and Arizona.
Dude,
That one,
the Centennial Holmes catch.
That one literally broke my heart. I didn't cry, but that's the closest I've ever came to crying. That came more close to crying than during that Rajay Davis home run in the 8th inning. That came more close to crying.
I said, I mean, I'm a Braves fan. I'm not a Cubs fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't root against the Cubs. I enjoy, I rooted for the Cubs to win the World Series when they did because a lot of my buddies are Cubs fans.
Mm-hmm.
And when Davis hit that home run, my first thought that went through my head was, don't tell me they're going to do this to the fans this way. I mean, I felt bad for Cubs fans, and I'm not even a Cubs fan.
I was oddly dejected after that one.
How couldn't you be?
I was like, you gotta be kidding! I could even get screaming. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me! This is gonna happen again.
Yeah,
like this.
That was this way. That was my exact reply though. Is don't tell me they're gonna do it this way.
Thankfully, it didn't. But the Arizona one hurt with more heartbreaking. One because that was the last minute. Incredible catch. 3, Larry Fitzgerald just came off an incredible 75-yard touchdown.
Yes,
something absolutely. Like that. And Larry Fitzgerald is an incredible receiver, and that was his only chance to get a Super Bowl ring.
He ain't getting one by the end of his career now.
And that just thinking about that brings me back to memories of that catch over and over again, and making me just see that in a reflection of my like, no, why? He didn't have both feet down, did he?
Yeah,
he did. The NBC and slow.
Yes.
Superman, like, no, not this way. So that's my favorite Super Bowl, just for the fact that outside of that, but even the Giants, the first Giants Super Bowl when they beat the Patriots,
they beat the Patriots.
That was good. That was great.
It wasn't. It was a defensive.
It was a great defensive game.
Yeah, probably the most dominant Super Bowl I've seen. I mean, and I'm gonna go to when I've been alive because I mean, obviously being in Chicago, the Bears' domination of the Patriots is the one everyone goes to. What about the Ravens when they just destroyed the Giants?
Yeah.
The only reason the Giants didn't get shut out was a kick return. The only reason. That game wasn't even close.
That game was incredible. We only got a few minutes left. Any interest outside of sports? What stuff you like outside of this sports stuff?
I'm a dad with 3 beautiful girls. I'm married, coming up on 10 years on May 3rd. So, I mean, outside of, whenever I'm not doing, learning, school, sports radio, dad and a husband, I enjoy playing softball. Last year I got into a wiffle ball league by my house. That was a little bit different. There was a guy in that league who threw 60. Wow. Yeah, 48 feet away with a wiffle ball, 60 mile an hour, not easy. I'll tell you right now. But no, sports, I enjoy going to church every Sunday and, being able to do camera for the church, which allows us to live stream on Facebook Live and other stuff. So, I mean, I just, family is, big to me and my wife and, so, I mean, outside of sports is family. I mean, that's it.
That's for me. I'm a single dude. I'm a single dude. I just.
You said you're how old again?
26. I mean, 25 going on 26.
25 going on 26.
May 31st, my birthday.
At 26, I was just getting ready to have my second daughter.
See? I'm just a single dude. All I do is just play video games.
Yeah, dude. Now, see, video games, once again, it goes right back to sports realm. I love Madden.
Madden is great. Madden is great. 2K is good. I play Overwatch a lot, too. Overwatch is a very fun game. They have a league going on there. I probably should talk about it at some point. But that's, I just like the normal things, the anime, cartoons, things like that. Marvel, can't wait to Infinity War next weekend. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, my wife is all excited. She's a huge Marvel.
Ooh. Maybe she could get a call to the show, make some predictions on who's going to die or live. But that's for next week.